energy buildings will be the European standard by 2021. The Open Doors events, however, are organised to give people an opportunity to visit some really good examples of low energy buildings that are already happening in Ireland today, both new build projects and retrofit projects of older houses. By using the opportunity to visit other people's houses, people can then learn from the experience of people who've done it before, and this really inspires people to go and aim for the highest standards possible in both their new build and their retrofit projects. So the house we're visiting today is a typical 1970s Irish bungalow in a rural setting with an oil boiler. It has been upgraded to an excellent energy efficiency standard and is a perfect example of the kind of project that could happen on a very wide scale throughout Ireland.
Our original house was dark, cold, difficult to heat, costly, and it was an awkward layout and we needed extra bathrooms. So for about 10 years we researched houses, went to exhibitions, visited a couple of passive houses actually into construction, and we decided that's what we needed and that's what we wanted. The house is warm, efficient, and it's bright. We have PV panels that produce 4 kilowatts of power, electricity that powers the house, and we eventually hope to sell it back to the grid. One of the key benefits we found when we put in the triplet glazed units is the actual reduction of the road noise that we have, because we live beside a very, very busy road.
Our clients Paul and Deirdre engaged us to upgrade and extend their existing home into a modern, energy efficient home, with the added challenge of implementing the project to Passive House standards. So our first stage was to implement a demolition plan. So we started by removing the roof and then taking out all the internal walls and the ground floor, which left us with 4 external walls. The ground floor slab had an improved U value of 0.145 using 200 millimeters of PIR insulation. By adding a combination of 200 and 250 millimeters of external insulation to the walls, we've improved the U values to 0.08 and 0.1. To prevent overheating within the building, we used an external fabric blind over the windows, which prevented the UV light from coming in, but it provided enough transparency to have a visual connection to the outdoor space. In addition to the fabric upgrade, we installed heat recovery ventilation systems, which provides fresh and filtered fresh air. We installed an external air-to-water heat pump, which provided hot water and underfloor heating to the new ground floor. And in addition to that, we have a 4 kilowatt PV array, which is evenly split between east and west. One of the key challenges was implementing and achieving the air tightness results, and we're delighted to have attained an air change per hour of 0.44 on the very first test. Having improved the building energy rating from an E2 to an A3 energy rating, our next step now is to submit the project for Passive House certification on the NZEB standard.
The best advice I would give to any homeowner taking on a project like this is to get an experienced architect and builder to do it, because the detail that is required to get the air tightness and insulation correct takes expertise and extreme attention to detail.
What this project demonstrates is that you can turn a 1970s Irish bungalow into a really low energy building that is hitting the 2021 standards for nearly zero energy. The Nearly Zero Energy Buildings Open Doors Weekend will take place again this year from the 7th to the 9th of November 2014.